Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, and this is Daily Dive. It is Tuesday, January 27, 2026, and this show begins now. We are live streaming via the airwaves of North American Talk Radio on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in, and please subscribe and check out the other great content before you leave. On today's awesome show, first I'm going to get into the tragedy of the Philadelphia Wings, just how bad they are, what people in the comments are saying, and trying to find if there's any hope for this team or franchise moving forward. Then we'll revisit our MVP conversation as I'll get to my top 4 most valuable players in the National Lacrosse League after week number 9. And stay tuned for the fresh fits. We've got 5 players and a broadcaster to give an award to this week. This show is presented by the NLL merch found at natalkradio.us/NLL. Head over there to get player name shirts like Chef Teat and Christian Del Bianco. Are one of those players, if not both, on my MVP ballot? Stay tuned. Okay. I want to get to our first topic, which is the Philadelphia Wings are absolutely not good right now. The Wings have a 1-5 record. In the last couple of games that I've watched, it seems like their offense is just getting worse and worse. Currently, they have the lowest scoring offense in the National Lacrosse League, and they give up middle of the pack in goals. They have a negative 15 goal differential, which is around the same area as the Oshawa Firewolves and the Calgary Roughnecks. Folks, the Wings, we now have great American players like Michael Sowers, Brandon O'Neill, and Joe Resetarits, the awesome veteran. They have a really sturdy goaltender in Nick Damude. It's not good enough. Remember a couple of seasons ago, Paul Day stepped down and went to the GM role only, elevating Ian Rubel as head coach. So far, for whatever reason, whether it's their fault or whoever, it has not worked out. They have also lost the likes of Mitch Jones, who is now in Las Vegas. And reminder, to start this season, and really all like at the end of last season, I reported that Joe Tsai had funded/rented the Wings for another season. And at this point, it seems like all hope is lost. Where do they go next? We had an interesting comment by Garen to start the show, the Edmonton Wings. First of all, Edmonton's not getting a team. I will stand by that, and people who are trying to promote that should really look at who their sources are. It would be nice if Edmonton got a team, but that is up to the Oilers Entertainment Group. Let's hope Edmonton does get a team. Let's hope Philadelphia stays put. And I will put it this way as well. This is not an official me saying it's going to happen, so don't clip that and say it. That being said, there is growing optimism that Philadelphia actually stays nearby. And I told you guys a few months ago, I think Joe Tsai was very calculated in funding the Wings. It was not just owning them to get another team. It wasn't to help the NLL move them to Edmonton or God knows where. The Philadelphia Wings, even though they're the current franchise is technically the Oshawa Firewolves, which is weird. It's still Philadelphia Wings branding goes back 50 years. And there is growing optimism the team is going to stay in the area. I've heard of one thrown around, Trenton. I don't know where that is. I know it's in the area. And while I'm not saying that those are the buyers, I have heard Joe Tsai, as I expected, is trying to keep the team local. And it does not take a rocket scientist or even a reporter to figure that out. You just look at what's going on and see what other people have talked about. Again, the speculation of Edmonton has got to stop because there has been so many teams thrown around that area. If that's the case, no one's going there. It doesn't make any sense. And it may take a couple of years. And let's be honest, the NLL probably is in no position to expand right now. And again, the people pushing Edmonton are being very hollow and a little bit dishonest in their reporting. But again, Philadelphia, there is more optimism than there was even a week ago that they could stay in the area. And that, to me, is heartwarming. Because I don't want to see a Philadelphia fan base leave. Folks, I'll be honest. There are some people like Buffalo, Philadelphia, and Boston fans are some of the most rude and cruel people on the planet. If their teams lose, if you say anything about it, they will insult you personally. And that, to me, is where I cross the line of sports fandom. You're just an idiot and a jerk. But I cannot deny those fans are loyal. Now, while Philadelphia fans are also a little bit blind to the fact that they have not shown up to the Wings games, which is why the team and the Comcast people want the WNBA team instead, there are some vocal ones on Instagram. And I actually beg you guys to scroll through some of the posts the Wings have. It's constant sell the team, but I'll put it this way. They are passionate. I do think many times when teams are losing, people say sell the team and have no idea what they're talking about. They just think it sounds good. I think it's weird. I think it's immature. But it shows a little bit of passion there. And again, Philadelphia fans are, again, a very big fault on why this is happening. The Wings would stay put if y'all showed up, and you haven't. And I think 50 years later, I don't know what the excuse is. But again, there is more optimism now than there was a week ago that the Philadelphia Wings could stay nearby. And I've said it for months. I am not sold on the Wings just bouncing and going to another state. I don't think it's that set in stone. Because again, when you're a rich guy, a very wealthy person like Joe Tsai, a successful person like Joe Tsai, regardless of what you think of his morals or ethics in other business dealings, he is a smart businessman. And I don't think he just funded the Wings because he thought they might go to Edmonton. I believe he's going to try his darndest and believes there's a chance they stay locally. It's not going to be at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, obviously. But is there a possibility the Philadelphia Wings are not done? I believe so, and I hope so. I also want to mention this because the Oshawa Firewolves the other day fired, I believe, their defensive coach. And while it's kind of like, well, that guy fell on the sword, I will have to say this, as I've said for years. If this sport does become as popular as we all want it to, one of these days, you got to start firing guys like Matt Sawyer and Patrick Merrill and Ed Cuomo before this year and others. Sean Williams. Like, how many guys have to fall short when they have a stacked roster and keep their jobs? Because if you are a great coach and you're not proving it, that sounds like a bunch of buddy talk. And again, I do believe while people in the front office make those decisions, they're influenced by fans if it's loud enough. We've seen across NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, all of the big sports, the fans, after a while, the noise in the media becomes so loud, guys lose their job. So I applaud the Oshawa Firewolves for at least making a change. It may not be a fair change to the defensive coach, considering how well they started the season. But a back-to-back years of 2-6 is not going to cut it in any professional league. Philadelphia Wings, if you stay local, if the team keeps going, what will you do? Will you continue to sit on your hands and run it back with Paul Day and Ian Rubel and a bunch of guys who aren't going to win a thing? I hope not. I hope not. Comments to get to here. That's a sweet hoodie. It's funny. I told this story before. I thought it was a black hoodie on Fanatics. It turned out being white. I'm like, well, this is a one of a kind. I'll take it. I even contacted Fanatics, like, yeah, I think I'll keep it. You know, they wanted me to send it back. I'm like, send it back. This is memorabilia at this point. See, we're back. Last time I checked, I believe he did not say that for the record. I hope Edmonton gets a team. I just don't think some people, I think when you say suddenly that unboxed event was a success, it wasn't. It was not. Because I was told that the fans, whether it was 4,500 or 6,900, nice, I was told that doesn't matter. Because OEG is going to get a team if they want a team. I don't think Swarm are moving. I'm actually pretty certain the Wings are not moving. Well, I would say Wings have more of a chance to go somewhere. But again, throwing out Edmonton and I'm just wondering. I think Calgary, I hope they don't move. I hope all three teams stay. I hope it is expansion. But if like the teams that are thrown around there, Ottawa Black Bears, if the Senators do not buy in, because we know that the GF people who are awful with the Riptide, now the Ottawa Black Bears, let's hope Senators save them. A lot of moving parts here. I would assume next year we don't see an Edmonton team. Again, it might take 2 or 3 years, and I hope maybe Edmonton gets the team back. But I was told the unboxed game, the attendance did not matter, and some of the people that were talking about it, you know who they are, were saying very hollow reports. Because you can say 6,900 people showed up and this, that, and the third, but like, you didn't say anything that we didn't already know. And again, my report / rumor on this Philadelphia thing, it's about a couple of weeks old now, but there is growing optimism. There is growing optimism that Philadelphia stays in the local area. I'm hearing Trenton. It's not Trenton. I hope that Joe Tsai does the Lord's work here. And I've already said, guys, no, Calgary is not, there is no reporting that says Calgary is going to the new arena. I promise you right now. Because again, and I'm not doing this again with Calgary. If you watch the show, you got to listen sometimes. I'm just saying. Calgary, if they're going to build a brand new barn, if they are not 100% capacity, which they are not right now, there is always possibility you're not getting in the barn. And there is a little bit of people who think it might not happen. But we'll see. And again, I don't know which of these teams move. I hope none of them move. Because, I mean, I love Ottawa, but God almighty, man, those people have to show up to their barns. I'll put it that way. But again, this was a Wings segment. I hope Philadelphia stays put. And right now, there's growing optimism they could. Anyways, when we come back, who's leading the MVP race right now? We got 4 guys to get to, including at least 1 goalie. How many goalies do you have in your top 4? We'll be right back. The Daily Dive, don't go anywhere. I know you won't. Hey, new commercial coming out, by the way.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
We're back to Daily Dive. It is Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. I am your host, Michael Karvelis. You are watching me only live Monday through Friday across talk show on the planet. Reminder, NLL merch can be found at natalkradio.us/NLL. We appreciate your help in that regard by going to that website. NLL soft launch a merch store, and that's our link to get you there. So we really appreciate you on that one. Alrighty, folks, coming up right now is going to be my MVP award races. And stay tuned for Fresh Fits, which features some pretty good players, some pretty good player fits. And a broadcaster, has Pat Gregoire done it again? Find out very soon. All right, so here they are for me, my Week 9 NLL most valuable player list, and it's going to go as follows here. Number 1 for me is goalie Brett Dobson. Now, back when I did this the first time, Brett Dobson was number 3 on my list. And let me check actually when that was here. I'm going to have to, let me see. It was, there's goalie. This thing's, here it is. It was after week 5. So 4 weeks ago, I did talk about this, and I thought Brett Dobson was number 3 on my list. But what he's done is sensational this season. Like the stats right now that you're seeing on your screen, the guy has got a league-leading 86.7 save percentage, which makes absolutely no sense. A 25 goals saved above average, a 4-3 record, 299 saves, 15 loose balls for what it's worth, leads the goalies in that category, and he's credited with a caused turnover. Number 2 for me is a guy who was number 4 in week 5, and that is Jeff Teat. Ottawa Black Bears have a 4-4 record, and Jeff Teat's 22 goals and 35 assists lead the National Lacrosse League in both categories, even though 22 goals is actually a tie with himself and Alex Simmons. By the way, of those 35 assists, 25 primary also lead the NLL. 57 loose balls, you'll notice, is written in italics. That's because that leads all forwards. Incredible stuff. He's also got 3 caused turnovers and 3 blocked shots. Great stuff for Teat. Number 3, a guy who was not on my list in week 5. He is now Connor Fields. Rochester has a 4-2 record, and Connor Fields has 20 goals and 26 dimes. He also has 43 loose balls and a caused turnover. And finally, a guy who was also not on my ballot in week 5, it is Colorado Mammoth star Dylan Ward. Remember, I told you guys last year he had a really good season despite an 8-9 record. This year, he's having an even better one. 82.9 save percentage, 290 saves, and for what it's worth, he's being credited with 2 loose balls. I wonder what your thoughts are on that, so stay tuned for that. Captain says, Teat, I've got a take on the guy. It's funny. It's funny because another reason, what was I going to say here? So Jeff Teat, I think, is having his best year so far. I think Rob Hellyer being there, that puts Dan McRae at least in conversation for general manager of the year, so keep that in mind. I just love what he's doing this year. The Black Bears, they did not do Captain well on that over or trying to win there. Thankfully, I went with Vancouver, but buddy, that was tough for Captain. Check out Captain's video, by the way, folks. It's posted on Instagram and YouTube right now. Coming to Twitter soon as well as TikTok. Good stuff there. When we come back to the show, we're going to get to fresh fits for week number 9. We appreciate you tuning in and all of the great comments. You're watching Daily Dive. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap it up with the hottest segment in the NLL media coming up after this break.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Today's show to start, I talked about the Philadelphia Wings, even though they are bad, and I wonder what's going to happen with their coaching staff and their roster. There is now growing optimism that they stay in the Philadelphia area, even though if it's not at Xfinity Mobile. So let's hope that franchise, the historic franchise, stays put. The NL is better off with teams in good markets like that. We didn't talk about my MVP race. I've got Brad Dobson, number 1, Jeff Teat and Connor Fields at 2 and 3, respectively, and Dylan Ward at number 4. Head over to our merch store at dailydivelacks.creator-spring.com for shirts like this. Box lacrosse time. Hey, what time is it? Box lacrosse, you get it. I don't know why I did that again, but yeah. And if you wear that as a player, you might just win fresh fits every stinking week, even though I try not to be biased. Hey, bam! All right, so starting off with Toronto Rock goalie and newly acquired goalie, by the way, Steve Orleman. I don't know if it's like the business boss guy hair here. I do love the chain. I see you. So you can't hide the little silver chain for me with the gray suit. Amazing stuff there from Stevie O. Former champion, by the way. That matters. Next up, Owen Ron of the Colorado Mammoth. Mammoth had a couple of players look really good. Thomas Vila, who had a really good game. So did Owen Ron, by the way. But Vila had like a nice blue suit. Andrew Q looked really good. There was a couple of guys doing the PWHL look as well, and that included Vila. Owen Ron, though, I have to give him credit here. The nice, I need to give myself a chain. Everyone's wearing chains now. Nice chain there. Solid light blue suit with the nice gray winter coat. Blue, obviously the whole blue suit. I actually like the shoes. And the reason I say that, I saw a lot of mismatches. I was like, what is that word? Duh! You can't do a fit 7 and not with the word mismatch. What are we doing? No, but I feel like wearing a black belt and like a white shirt and like brown shoes makes no sense. So looks good, Owen Ron. I like your look. The blue and white blends in. It looks good. All right, next up. Oh, man. Hey, guys, turtleneck is back. Oh, yes. We love Eric Fennell's turtlenecks. He's played a really good role for Philadelphia. Really good offensive season. Just the all black with a silver chain. Hard to beat. Throwing a turtleneck. I mean, come on, dude. Come on. Eric Fennell has won fresh fits a couple of times with the black pairs because of a turtleneck. You throw a chain on it. I mean, oh my gosh, we're cooked. The next 3 are going to be interesting. Oh, yeah. Hi, y'all. It's Connor Kiernan, eh? That's like the Canadian country accent. I don't know. Like, do Calgary people sound like country Canadians? I don't know. I'm not sure. Hey, how y'all doing, eh? Makes no sense, eh? I'm talking my farm animals, eh? I don't get it. No, but nice stuff here. Waylon. Oh, the country music. I don't listen to country music. I don't care for it. But I respect, like, Connor Kiernan. I swear, I told you guys, I feel like the Black Bears have like a dress code, like a very strict dress code. Connor Kiernan gives them the middle finger every time there was a theme night. Remember, like, when he walked in for that first game with the freaking bear, like the dead bear skin over his shoulder? This guy knows how to show out. Also, friend of the program, if you know, you know. Last player, you'll see why I shared the whole screenshot here. I love the look here. Looks like an album cover, you know? The San Diego Seals in their new album. I don't know what to be called, like ARF City. Maybe like they're, ooh, ARF City. Ooh. I don't know, like, what would they be, like a boy band? Like, would they be like a hip hop group? One of those pop groups, like, hey baby girl, you look so, I don't know, but Trey LeClaire, he pulled off the Jeff Teat style with inner with a liner there. Nice liner on the suit as well. Oh, and by the way, come on, man. Really? Feeling fresh? You mean like fresh fits? I see you. I see you. Thank you, by the way, for the homage to Fresh Fits. Georgia Swarm actually said Fresh Fits. This is like a reach, but I like it. All right, next up, broadcasters. I'm sorry, okay? How is this not win fresh fits? Good. Do you see that tie? I like double mouses there. Mice. I'll be honest. Eric Law wore a very similar suit on the bench for the Colorado, but I mean, again, guys, but how is this not going to be? If you're a broadcaster and you want to get better than Patrick Roy, that's pretty good. I don't know what else to do. He's got me like in jail, not jail, but he's got me like not tongue tied. That's a weird thing too. I don't want to say handcuffs, but I don't know what to do. This stuff looks so great. Patrick Roy, here's what this guy does, okay? I have a theory. I think every time Patrick Roy gets a paycheck from TSN and Cool Bets, I think before he even takes his wife out to dinner, he says, "Oh wait, babe, I got to go to the men's warehouse or Joseph A. Big. I got to." There's no way he doesn't. Every week, man. That's enough, but like you get it, like right? Like, are we feeling this? Do you guys get where I'm like? That looks. Come on, man. You can't beat it. Thank you. Freshman was fun. That's one of the worst. I don't know. Thank you. To be fair, I am from Georgia, USA. That's brutal. What? Wow. I will say, I do live in the sticks, and I can make a pretty good one, but it's not going to be a Canadian accent. It's not too bad of a Southern accent. I'd say, hey, go Georgia Bulldogs and Trump's America. How's that? I'm done. You get anything on the show you want, you got it. It's like the old song. Y'all have a great day, by the way. We'll see you tomorrow. We have my power rankings, and I believe Tim Dillon will be back. I don't want to say he will, but I feel like he might be. So, and also other great things on the show. Oh, this has been Daily Dive. Y'all have a great rest of your day, y'all. If you're in America, you get